नमस्कार, बहुत स्वागत है आप सभी का। मैं हूं आपके साथ ज्योति यादव। 2 दिन की यात्रा पर सऊदी अरब यात्रा पर गए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की यात्रा को लेकर जानकारी देने के लिए सऊदी में प्रेस वार्ता का आयोजन किया गया। प्रेस की बैठक की शुरुआत भारत में हुए दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण आतंकी हमले के संदर्भ में हुई है, जिसमें दोनों देशों के नेताओं ने आतंकी हमले की निंदा की है और इसकी जानकारी सऊदी अरब में भारतीय राजदूत सुहेल एजाज खान ने प्रेस वार्ता में दी है।
His appreciation of the contribution of the Indian diaspora in the kingdom. He said that everyone in Saudi Arabia loves Indians and there is no Saudi who doesn't have Indian friends. He emphasized that in next few years, due to many big developmental projects, they are looking at increasing the number of Indian workers to India. The Minister and His Royal Highness also co-chaired the second meeting of the India-Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council. The two leaders reviewed the work under various committees and they signed the minutes of the Strategic Partnership Council meeting. Honorable Prime Minister, apart from his engagements at the Royal Palace, also met the Indian community earlier today. He also received yoga expert Padma Shri Ms. Nauf Marwai, and he is also going to receive the Secretary General of Muslim World League later today. As you know, Prime Minister shares a very warm and close and personal relationship with His Royal Highness Crown Prince, and the warmth and close friendship was very visible during this visit. We are also grateful for the warm welcome given to Honorable Prime Minister on his arrival in Jeddah. As you know, he was accorded special honors, including a 21-gun salute. The aircraft of Prime Minister was escorted by Saudi fighter jet when it entered the Jeddah airspace. These elements exemplify the importance of Saudi Arabia attaches to its relations with India. The Saudi official delegation comprised of several senior ministers, including Minister of Energy, Minister of Sports, Interior, National Guards, Foreign Affairs, Commerce, Investment, Deputy Governor of Makkah, and also the Governor of Public Investment Fund. As you know, the two leaders also agreed to expand the scope of the Strategic Partnership Council, and it has been agreed that from the current 2 committees, we will have 4 committees in the Strategic Partnership Council, and the 2 new committees which have been agreed upon are on the defense cooperation and another is on the tourism and cultural cooperation. Both the leaders also welcomed the discussions under the Joint High-Level Task Force on Investment. They welcomed the decision to collaborate on establishing 2 oil refineries as a joint ventures in India. They also welcome the progress which has been made in the areas of taxation and the forward-looking agreements made to facilitate the investment on both the sides. There were 4 MOUs were signed, one on the space between the Saudi Space Agency and Department of Space of India, another MOU on health was signed between the Saudi Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and the Indian counterpart. There was also a MOU signed between the Saudi Arabian Anti-Doping Committee and the National Anti-Doping Agency of India, and there was an agreement between the Saudi Post Corporation and the India's Department of.
Open the floor for some questions. So if we go here first, Ayushi.
Sir, good evening. This is Ayushi Agarwal from ANI. So my question is related to the recent terror attack in Kashmir. Since you said that the discussion took place on that, how much was Pakistan and cross-border terrorism discussed with the Crown Prince? Did the Prime Minister also raise the issue of Pakistan's support to terror groups? Thank you.
As I said,
Just wanted to ask, did Mr. MBS condemn Pakistan for its involvement in the terror attack? Did we have any word from him on this?
This is Amritpal Singh from DD India. This is for the spokesperson, sir. The White House press secretary said that Donald Trump would speak with Prime Minister Modi shortly. Have any other world leaders reached out to Prime Minister Modi?
سؤالي دكتور سهيل باسم بوزير من صحيفة الاقتصادية. متوقع من زيارة سعادة رئيس مجلس الوزراء اتفاقيات جديدة بين البلدين. ما أبرز الاتفاقيات التي سيتم التوقيع بها بين البلدين، وما هي أهم الاستثمارات المشتركة بين البلدين في مجال الطاقة المتجددة والتكنولوجيا؟ شكرا.
Sir, he's from Al-Iqtisadiya. He says that this visit will result in several agreements that will boost strategic partnership between the two countries and boost their mutual interest in the stability of the region. What are these agreements? And investment? And these investments are in renewable energy or investment?
As I said, the recent terror attacks in Kashmir were discussed, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince conveyed his condolences. Both the leaders strongly condemned this terror attack. His Royal Highness also offered any help that can in this regard. And as you know, India and Saudi Arabia have very excellent cooperation on the issues related to terrorism. And we continue to work together in this issue where both India and Saudi Arabia believe in the similar vision. Another thing I can answer you on the MOUs. As I said, there were 4 MOUs signed. One between the space agencies of both the countries. Second MOUs were signed between the health ministries. Then there was MOU signed between NADA and Saudi Anti-Doping Agency, and there was the MOU signed between the Saudi Post and the Indian Postal Agency. And on the investment side, as I said, both the leaders noted the progress made under the high-level task force, where huge progress has been made to facilitate the investment from both sides. Particularly, agreement was made on the 2 refineries, which will be made as a joint ventures in India. And there was a broad agreement on various taxation-related issues to give the impetus to the investment.
सऊदी अरब के जेद्दा में चैनल हेड ब्रिजमोहन सिंह रघुवंशी ने वहां के व्यवसायी जफर सेशवाल से पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी को लेकर बातचीत की। चैनल हेड ने क्या कुछ बात की, आपको भी सुनवाते हैं।
आज हमारे साथ एक वो शख्सियत मौजूद है जिनको अक्सर आप टेलीविजन स्क्रीन पर देखते होंगे। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के साथ ये चेहरा बड़ा पॉपुलर रहा और कई बार ये माना जा अलग अलग लोगों ने अलग अलग तरीके से इस शख्सियत को अपने बारे में बताया और आप सब भी जानते होंगे। मैं सीधे चाहूंगा कि आप उसका हमारे दर्शकों को देख सकें। सर, बहुत दिनों बाद आपसे आज मुलाकात हो रही है और प्रधानमंत्री जी के जो शुरुआती दौर में 2014 में जब ये माना जाता था कि देश के कुछ चुनिंदा लोग उससे करीब है, क्योंकि एक गुजरात का आदमी जब दिल्ली आता है तो वो ऐसा आदमी दिल्ली आया जो कि दिल्ली का था नहीं, तो इसलिए पता नहीं चल पाता कि वो उसके करीबी कौन है। लेकिन आप जब 2014 में उन्होंने पदभार ग्रहण किया तो आप उन शख्सियतों में से एक थे। मैं तो हम जानना चाहेंगे कि देखिए आपके साथ क्यों आप उनके क्लोज लोगों में जो आपकी जिंदगी होती है, गुजरात से आपका कैसा ताल्लुक उनके साथ में, थोड़ा दर्शकों को बताइए और हमारे दर्शक निश्चित रूप से उसको सुनना चाहिए।
देखिए, मेरा तो एक उसूल रहा है जो वजह बनी मोदी साहब से मिलने ये जो 2002 हुआ था उसके बाद के जो हालात मोदी साहब 2/3 मेजॉरिटी से जीत के आ गए थे और जो हालात थे मुसलमानों के, तो उस वक्त मेरे जहन में एक बात है कि भाई हमें यहीं रहना है, हमें कहीं जाना है। 55 लाख 60 लाख मुसलमान हैं और वो चीफ मिनिस्टर है, और वो चीफ मिनिस्टर तो सबका है। भाई इलेक्शन होता है तब किसने वोट दिया नहीं दिया, लेकिन एक बार जब हमारा प्रधानमंत्री या चीफ मिनिस्टर जब पद पे बैठ जाता है तो फिर वो सबका है। और ये बात मोदी साहब से जब हम मिले उस जमाने में, जब हमने कहा कि भाई आप हमारे भी चीफ मिनिस्टर और हम आपसे बात करना चाहते हैं, जब मिले तो उनका पहली बात जो मुझे उन्होंने ये कही थी कि यार वोट मत दो मुझे, चीफ मिनिस्टर तो तुम्हारा भी, वो काम तो करवाओ यार, मत दो वोट। और वो सब कहा, देखो हिंदुस्तान में कोई पार्टी है ना 40-45% के वोट से आती है, 55% लोग तो उसको वोट नहीं देते, तो क्या मैं उनका नहीं हूँ? आओ तो सर, ये एक रीजन बना, हमारा एक इंटरेक्शन रहा होता है, मुसलमान के मसाइल होते हैं उनके सामने रखते हैं। तो तब मुझे एक बात लगी कि भाई जो गवर्नमेंट है हमको उससे ताल्लुक रखना चाहिए, और एक लोग बहुत सारे रास्ते हैं, लेकिन एक रास्ता ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि डायरेक्टली उनसे बात करें। और मैंने देखा है कि कोई गवर्नमेंट वो न हिंदुओं की होती है मुसलमान की, ये सब इलेक्शन से पहले होता है। जब वो कुर्सी पे बैठ जाते हैं तो फिर वो सब के होते, बात तो रखो। तो वो बहुत अच्छा 11 साल वहाँ गुजरात में थे, तब उसके बाद जब यहाँ आए तब भी हमने वो सिलसिला जारी रखा। अभी भी बहुत सारे मुसलमानों के खास तौर से तालीम और कारोबार, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के मसले रखते हैं।
सर एक बात हम खासतौर से देखते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के बारे में जब वो गुजरात में थे तो ये हम कह सकते थे कि उनकी जो लोकप्रियता थी मुसलमानों, निश्चित रूप से वो एक सबके मुख्यमंत्री कहे जाते थे, जैसा आपने भी बताया। जब दिल्ली आते हैं तो तमाम विपक्षी दल, तमाम इंटेलेक्चुअल, सो कॉल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल्स उनको कहते हैं कि वो इस विशेष धर्म ब्रेक। मैं इस समय विश्व के एक ऐसे इस्लामिक कंट्री में खड़ा हूँ और आप साथ में हैं यहाँ पे, जो सम्मान में देख रहा हूँ मोदी जी का, इसको क्या कहेंगे? तो ये सारी बातें खारिज हो गई।
देखिए ये तो आज की बात नहीं है, मैं इसको आप थोड़ा और पीछे जाना। हम तो चूँकि मोदी साहब का खास तौर से जो वाइब्रेंट गुजरात था उसमें मैं शुरू से जुड़ा हूँ, हमेशा रहा, बल्कि वो वहाँ चले गए तब भी, अभी भी जितने वाइब्रेंट होते मैं इनके गवर्नमेंट, गुजरात गवर्नमेंट के डेलीगेशन को इन मुल्कों में लेके आने का मेरा काम है। मैंने 2009 या 11 में जब हो रहा था तब मैंने मोदी साहब को कहा कि सर आपको इन इलाकों को देखना चाहिए, वो चीफ मिनिस्टर, और तब तो ऐसा था भी नहीं कि वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने। तो बोले यार हाँ ये बात तुम्हारी, तो मैंने कहा सर उसमें आप ऐसा कीजिए कि आप खुद जाइए बराह रास्त, और जो एम्बेसीज हैं भाई यूएई की एम्बेसी और कुवैत की, सऊदी अरब की, अरब लीग, आप खुद जाते। मोदी साहब खुद एज चीफ मिनिस्टर इन्वाइट करते, और उसके नतीजे में मुझे बहुत याद है 2011 का जो हुआ उसमें पहली मरतबा 2 अरब मुल्कों के सिर्फ 2 मुल्क एम्बेसडर, उसके बाद वो सिलसिला हमने चारों रखा। 2013 में अरब लीग के एम्बेसडर जब आए तो वो मोदी साहब की स्टाइल थी, वो सरकार पे नहीं डालते खर्चा, यानी जो आता था ना डेलीगेशन के लिए भाई तुम संभाल लोगे, तो कौन नहीं संभालेगा भाई, तो अरब लीग क्या है तो मुझे तुम संभाल लोगे। तो हमने वो अरब लीग के जो एम्बेसडर आए थे उनको हमने, अरब लीग मतलब अरब लीग रिप्रेजेंट एटलीस्ट 30 कंट्री, तो ये सोच उनकी तब थी। और फिर बाद में जब वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने, देखिए पहले ही 1 साल में जो ये इस्लामी मुल्क है उन्होंने दौरा किया, सऊदी अरब है उसमें मेरा साथ, मैं साथ रहा, और वो उन्होंने फिर प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गए थे तब उन्होंने ही मेड श्योर कि एक पावर पैक डेलीगेशन सऊदी अरब आना चाहिए, जिसमें मुझे भी मौका मिला, मैं आया था 2016 की बात। और तो वो उनके जहन में था कि वेस्ट जो है वो ठीक है, मतलब बोलते हैं हाथी के दांत दिखाने के और खाने के, भाई वेस्ट के साथ ताल्लुक नहीं, लेकिन जो असल जो हमको मिलेगा कुछ हमारे लोगों को वो यहीं से मिल सकता, वो सोच उनकी। इसलिए आप देखेंगे कि कोई अरब मुल्क ऐसा नहीं जहां वो नहीं गए, बल्कि एक बार नहीं कई मरतबा चले। वो उन्होंने जो किया है, रीजन भी बहुत अच्छा है। इन मुल्कों में ये जो जीसीसी कंट्री 12 मिलियन इन्वेस्टमेंट काम किया, 35 से 40 बिलियन डॉलर का रेमिटेंस आता है। और पिछले 10 साल में जब से मोदी का पहली बार आ रहा है, हाँ मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा कि कोई लोग कहते भाई इन्होंने, हाँ हमारी सरकारें हमेशा से करती थी, लेकिन ये नए लेवल पे लेके, यानी पहले ये होता था कि भाई अरब मुल्कों से हमारा क्या ताल्लुक था, भाई ऑयल आता है, और ये हमारे मजदूर, और वो भी केरला के। लेकिन अगर आप पिछले 7-8 साल में देखेंगे तो अब ऑयल का जो वो है वो धीमे धीमे कम हो रहा है और हमारी बहुत सारी हिंदुस्तान की कंपनी मैं देखता हूँ एक से एक कंपनी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में, कंस्ट्रक्शन में, और पहले सिर्फ मजदूर आते हैं, अब आपको ब्लू कॉलर जॉब में टॉप लेवल पे भी बहुत बड़ी तादाद में हिंदुस्तानी मिलेंगे। ये जो सोच है मोदी साहब राइट, और वो ऐसा करके जाएंगे, जैसे कि देखिए होंगे कल को 5-10 साल के बाद, लेकिन वो ऐसी बीज डाल के जाएंगे कि आने वाले 100 साल में हिंदुस्तान उसका फायदा होगा। सर, हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद, और आपने जिस प्रकार से विस्तृत रूप से हमारे खासतौर देशवासियों को भी बात बताई, और ये बड़ा जानना जरूरी है कि अक्सर लोगों को लगता होगा इस मुल्क में जाकर के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आखिरकार वहां किया क्या। बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं और बहुत कुछ आगे होगा। आपको अभी थोड़ा बताया जफर साहब ने, लेकिन आगे और बहुत बेहतर होने वाला है, ये आपको पता चलेगा।
प्रधानमंत्री की 2 दिवसीय सऊदी अरब यात्रा को लेकर हर खबर के चैनल हेड जो हैं ब्रिजमोहन सिंह रघुवंशी ने सऊदी अरब के जेद्दा में एस्टर डीएम हेल्थ केयर प्रबंधन निदेशक और समूह सीओ आलिशा मुपेन से बातचीत किया है। क्या कुछ बातचीत हुई है, आप भी सुनिए।
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की 2 दिवसीय ये दौरा है, और इसी दौरे पे हम तमाम गणमान्य लोगों से भी हम बातचीत कर रहे हैं, एंड वी हैव अ वेरी eminent person from over here who would like to introduce to our viewers. Ma'am, please would you like to introduce yourself for the viewers, and then we would like to go for the next questions to you.
Sure. Namaste everyone. I'm Alicia Mupen, MD of Aster DM Healthcare.
Ma'am, it's been told to us that your group is doing it's a leading group of this Saudi Arabia. What is it about actually? Definitely our viewers would know about it.
Yeah, sure. So my father, Dr. Azad Mupen, he had started the group. Very proud Indian. Came to the Middle East, came to GCC, first in UAE, then in Saudi, Oman, Qatar. And we have hospitals, we have pharmacies here. So the whole idea is, how do you bring the best of healthcare from India? Modi ji always talks about that it is about heal in India and heal from India. So most of the talent in healthcare come from India, whether it's doctors, whether it is nurses. So हमारे जैसे group जो है, we are very proud because we are able to bring that Indian connection here, because we've been in the Middle East now for 40 years, and we also have a very large healthcare in India with more than 40 hospitals now.
Ma'am, first of all, we will definitely like to say the Indians, we recognize Saudi Arabia as it is a religious place where the whole world, the Muslims come over, especially from India also. But now it seems that Saudi Arabia would be developing not likewise, I would say, because UAE may be a smaller part of, younger brother of Saudi Arabia. But what do you see now for the next era? In what way the Saudi Arabia would be rising and in which manner actually?
No, it's very exciting to see how the Saudis has been transforming, especially in the last 5 years under the leadership of the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. There's been a huge shift in the pace at which Saudi is moving. You're right, earlier it used to be more from an oil perspective, from a religious perspective, of course with the pilgrimage and stuff. But now I think when you look at Saudi, what they're focusing on is tourism, in terms of business, industries, foreign investments. Everything is taking priority. So you're seeing the projects now. When you look at the next 10 years, you've got the Expo happening here, you've got the Asia Winter Cup happening here, you've got the World Cup happening here. The amount of infrastructure, the amount of development that's going to happen, it's going to be unprecedented. And from a healthcare perspective, we are seeing the mandatory insurance has also been rolled out. We're going to see that everyone will have access to healthcare. So very exciting times. And this visit by Modi ji will only sort of help strengthen the relationships between the two countries. And I love what they said, that this is all about peace, prosperity, not just for the region, but for the world.
Ma'am, did you had a meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and what was the talk about actually?
So it was very interesting. He met up with us as part of the business delegation. I think there were around 18 of us. And, and he kept asking, which part of India are you from? Where have you come from different parts of India to the kingdom and setting up businesses. So hum log Kerala se hai, Jammu se hai, Gujarat se hai, there's so many communities that have built wonderful businesses here, and hoping that we can bring that best of India to the rest of the world.
When did you last visited India?
Last month.
Oh, so what would you like to say about India when you visited it last time?
I mean, you know, always Dil is Hindustani. It's really nice to sort of see the growth of India. I think when the whole world sometimes seems to be in a bit of turmoil, you see the way that India has kind of been such a steady place of investment, of growth. I think it's become an anchor for the world itself. So the allegiances that countries that we operate in, like UAE, Saudi and all are forming with India is a very powerful partnership. So when we have businesses on both sides in India and in the Middle East, we are really happy to see these collaborations because I think the future is global south and we have a huge advantage.
One last question. How do you see India in the representation of Shri Narendra Modi ji from last 11 years?
It's amazing. I mean, Bharat, yoga, namastes, the world has kind of gotten enchanted with India in a truly global sense. I think when people talk about business, when they talk about growth, when they talk about culture, when they talk about fitness, when they talk about health, India, there is no conversation without India. And of course, food, Bollywood, all of that helps as well.
Thank you so much for talking to us. तो ये थी यहाँ के सबसे हम कह सकते हैं वो घराना जो बिजनेस के क्षेत्र में काफी अग्रणी भूमिका में है, उनसे हमने आपकी बातचीत कराई। तमाम ऐसे लोगों से हम आपसे आगे भी इस 2 दिवसीय यात्रा पे बातचीत कराएंगे।
सऊदी अरब के जेद्दा में चैनल हेड ब्रिज मोहन सिंह रघुवंशी ने भारतीय मूल की पत्रकार अफसाना आजिया से हज को लेकर बातचीत की। आइए सुनवाते हैं क्या कुछ बातचीत हुई है।
प्रधानमंत्री जी की 2 दिवसीय यात्रा के दौरान जेद्दा में मौजूद हैं और अभी हमारे साथ यहाँ अरेबिक न्यूज जो यहाँ का एक लीडिंग न्यूज ग्रुप है, उनकी भारतीय मूल की उनकी जर्नलिस्ट अब हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। उनसे हम कुछ बातचीत करेंगे, कुछ मुद्दों पर हम उनसे बातचीत करेंगे। हेलो मैम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग योर प्रेशियस टाइम बिकॉज as this is an Arabic news and we have been told that it is a leading news group of your nation basically, and also is it a true fact that this is a news group of the dynasty over here?
Yes, it's okay. One of the English best news daily newspapers.
Okay, so my first question arises because my Indian viewers, while I was doing a live from here, so 2-3 viewers from Lucknow as well as from Ghaziabad and one from Delhi, they asked me a question that what are the basic arrangements for the Hajj people there for India, and especially I think these days the ritual is going on where the people from all over the world are coming in Mecca and having their doing the religious rituals. So please, would you like to just brief about all these things to our viewers?
Basically, Indian pilgrims, they live a bit far from Makkah. I mean, because they come from the government side, so it's a firm waqf. So they have transportation, really good transportation that takes them from their hotel to the Haram, the Holy Mosque, both of them, Makkah and Medina both. So this is one of the best arrangements that have been there for the Indian pilgrims. Second is all the food. So they have been providing free foods and, water and everything. During the Hajj, water is the basic thing. There were complaints last year that there was no water and, too much of walking and stuff like that. So this year they have, the Saudi government decided that, the water facility, the transportation facility is the basic thing. I mean, you have to walk a lot during Hajj and while you're doing the Hajj stuff like that. So I guess the transportation is being, be taken into concern because in Ramadan, it was the best. They did a really good job in transportation sector. And the water, the basic thing is the water because, it's not that easy once you enter the Haram area. It's really, really hard to look for the shops or the grocery store. So whatever you have, it's like, you get it right at your doorstep, at your food. So this is really nice arrangement that they have done. In terms of other things, I've heard this, that they'll be providing, free tour for the, from the hotel or from the tours packages they come from, free, historical tours around Makkah and Medina. So there are many exhibitions for the pilgrims and stuff. So the Saudi government has taken this into consideration this year in Medina. They have built up many, many exhibitions near the Holy Mosque, so the people learn more about the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and everything like that. So they're making arrangements and less walking basically.
I just want to have a question basically. No, it's apart from all over the world, but India is a country where the maximum numbers, there is a maximum numbers of the Muslim people who are the followers of, who would like to come to from Mecca. And so just would like to ask you, are there any differences between the Saudi Arabian government especially for India or other nations, in the field of providing some facilitations to the countries? Are there some other countries also in the world whom the Saudi Arabian the government provides them much better facilitations as compared to India? Is it so?
I can't say much about it. It's quite political, and I'm not at the state that I can comment about it. Besides, for the facility, when you're talking about Hajj packages, yes, it's India. It's a bit, not near the Jamarat area, because of, it's a lot of people, and then there are many of, millions and trillions of people come down for it. So the facility, yes, it's a bit far. People might complain that, it's a bit far and stuff, but I don't think so. There might be a differentiation, or they are doing any discrimination. I would not say this, but the Indian government can work on it. That's what not the Saudi government. It should be the Indian government who should be working for the Indian pilgrims.
Do other governments do work?
Indonesia, Bangladesh, yes, they are working on it.
What are the major facilitations?
In India, it's a bit, they just first, they have got a better arrangements, I would say.
What specific arrangement? Because, this we can really suggest a government also, the arrangements which these governments and these countries do give.
I can't comment on this. It's something really political.
Which is the main, I would just ask you, which is the main country where the maximum number of pilgrims, they come over here to Mecca?
It's Bangladesh and Indonesian. It's not India, but it's Indonesian, Bangladesh, and Egypt, something like that. But India, yes, I guess there are a good number of pilgrims coming down. So.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
चलिए इस बुलेटिन में इतना ही। बाकी देश और दुनिया की तमाम बड़ी खबरों के लिए जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ। नमस्कार।